going on, everybody? Brendan here. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back to Dad Planet, my little sliver of the internet. And I got the last What Sold on eBay video for you for 2021. So this covers December 22nd through the 31st, a 10-day period of sales that was kind of slow. I will also show you my entire sales for the month of December. And then that's it. We are done. I'm closing the books on 2021. And we're gonna hit the ground running in 2022. So I have some exciting ideas that I wanna bring to fruition, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. So if you wanna see more content, wanna see me out in the field, do a little bit more vlog stuff, it's all coming. So make sure you're a subscriber to the channel, and I'll get more of that content out. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. But for now, let's knock 2021 out. All right, last 10 days in December, 2,400 in gross, 1,700, almost 1,700 in net sales, selling cost at 26%, not bad, average sales price, almost $56. Now, it doesn't look terrible, but I mean, relative to last year, relative to what I'm used to doing in December, this was probably one of the slowest ones that I've had. But again, I'm not complaining. It's just I expected to do just even a little bit better for the month. Let me show you how I did for the entire month. So from the 1st through the 31st, just over 10,000, which was slower than November, I think. Not by much, but just by a little bit. And then my selling costs at 31.5% is like 1.5% to 2%, maybe higher than I'd like it to be. The average sales price was nice, I suppose, but just a little bit slower. And I'm going to fix this for next December. I'm going to tinker with some things. I'm thinking about maybe offering free shipping the entire month of December because my stuff just gets buried so much. But hey, overall, not complaining. Let's get into the bolos. All right, so the first product is an NBA Mega Mystery Power Box. Now, the company that puts these together is called MJ Holdings. At least I think that's the company that did this. There are a few. And so what they essentially do is take pre-owned items or items that have been purchased through retail in the first place and repackage them and then sell them at retail to regular retail customers. So you're going to find some pre-owned products in there, used cards that are out of the package, but they also have like graded slabs that you could potentially win, quote unquote, if you buy them. So this is a mystery box for the NBA specifically. They're not affiliated with the NBA, Beckett, Nintendo, Pokemon. They do them for those card games as well. So it's just like an outlier company that does this. And this was an item that I found at a Meijer. I think it is a Meijer exclusive. It did cost me, I think, $60. So this is a retail arbitrage opportunity for people. And I sold it for full price at $150. One of the things you'll notice is I offered free shipping, one of the few and only times I've done that. And I may do a little bit more of that moving forward in 2022 because my listings are getting crushed in search. And I think it's because of me charging shipping. I could be wrong, but that's just the pattern that I'm noticing. So this only cost me $11 to get it from Ohio to Arizona, which was amazing. And the buyer is $161.69 all in. So again, it cost me $60, but it's still a really good return, almost 100%. And for retail arbitrage, that's a great, great margin. So keep your eye out for this because the list to sell ratio is excellent. There are not a lot of them in the market right now in stores. So you're likely to sell it pretty quickly if you find it, at least at the time of this recording. All right, the next product, I'm not exactly sure how this is mounted or how it goes. Ladies, I apologize. Maybe some of you can educate me on it. It's the Livia off switch for menstrual pain. So somehow the technology in this product makes your menstrual pain a little bit more bearable as time goes on. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm sorry, like I probably sound like a dunce trying to figure this out. I didn't do a whole lot of research on it. So for those of you that are familiar with it, feel free to educate me in the comments because I'm not really sure. But I can read data, and the data said pick this thing up for the price you were being offered it to and resell it on eBay. So that's what I did. I ended up paying $4.99 for this. It was brand new in an open box, and it was at a Goodwill that is attached to the Goodwill bins. I just popped my head into the retail store after I did some bin shopping, and this thing came up, and lo and behold, the list to sell ratio was also very good. There's a couple of variations in color on this. You can get a blue one, you can get a purple one. I don't know where it goes. I don't know where you put it or how this works, but I'm happy to get the $90. The buyer is $94.98 all in, and that really is all I'm going to say about it, other than put the comps on the screen for you, because it is out of my league. So that was a great sale. Look out for this product. I did not see any pre-owned ones, so I think you may only be able to sell this new open box. I'm not really sure, but let's move off of it, shall we? All right, this was an international sale. This took me a little while to sell, and I'm not going to have any, if at all, comparables for it because it was just that unique of a John Deere umbrella. It has a wood handle to it. It was really, really large, so 48 inches, and it was easy to ship, and of course, shipping it to the global shipping center in Kentucky or wherever that goes, it was done relatively cheaply. I noticed on some of my international shippings that there are custom charges or import charges, and after me digging deeper, I'm starting to realize that you're not being charged if you offer shipping like I do, and eBay likes to tax you their percentage for the final value fee on top of shipping and taxes, but the custom charges they're leaving alone, so they're not taxing you on those. As far as my eyes can see, if you are experiencing something different, please let me know in the comments because that was scary to me, and I'm like, maybe I should shut off global shipping because they're just really getting us with all of these charges, and the import charges can really add up. And nothing else to say about it. A vintage John Deere umbrella, very unique. Only one like it on the on eBay at least, and I got full price for it. So they're $117.71 all in. That's what I was taxed on per eBay. And it only cost me $3.99. So it's a big margin, great return. All right, next one is So Simple adjustable dress form. This sale makes me kind of sad because this is from a woman that I used to share a lot of deals with that I would see in Goodwill. About a year ago in November, she passed away in her sleep. So, and I spoke to her family members, her daughters and everything. And I had some of the inventory that we would share still left, and they didn't want anything to do with it, peacefully, happily, and all those things. So I was happy to keep this and eventually get it sold. This was a local buyer. So I sold this locally. There was no shipping, even though you see shipping on the screen. Sold this for full price, $119.99, and the buyer is $128.99 all in after tax. So a bittersweet sale for me because I would be splitting this money with Joan, and I don't have that opportunity to now, but it was still a really nice sale, and I know it's going to be put to good use, so that's pretty comforting. Okay, Teavana, still one of my favorite brands. Not, tons of money in it, but this was a really nice set. This style of tea set was called the Ingrid teapot set with an infuser and some cups. It was red and white, really unique. Now, you're not likely to see a comparable like this because of its uniqueness, but if you see Teavana teapots, especially like the cast iron ones, those are the ones you really want to look for because they have a good amount of value, some over $100. So keep your eye out for those, especially out of the box where the stores can't find a barcode and look it up and do the research on it. If it's like just the teapot with some cups around it, but it's cast iron, and it's sitting on the shelf, grab them because it's probably worth a lot of money. So I ended up taking an offer on this one of $40. I had it listed much higher, but this I think went to Seattle, Washington. So I was okay offering a little bit of a deal because the shipping was pretty expensive for them. So the buyer is $90.26 all in after shipping and tax, and it only cost me $6.99 for the entire set. I found this at Goodwill, and this was a pretty good sale. So Teavana, look for the cast iron for sure. All right, next one. Let me know in the comments who you think this looks like. Who does this look like? This looks like someone. So this is a vintage Teleco, and yes, Halloween is still selling. Halloween right behind me. Still sells year round as long as you're finding, obviously desirable items, but even the mid-range stuff, that stuff still sells. I mean, I'm going to sell it every month probably this year leading up to October and then after that. So Telco Motionettes 24-inch Frankenstein. This was very quiet when it moved, which was kind of nice. There was no loud motor running or anything like that. And there's a variation of this where the face lights up. That one will get you probably over $100. This one I was happy to settle with $60. I did not have the original box, but I got full price for it, and the buyer is $79.41 all in after shipping and tax. I paid $9.99 for this guy, and I also have his witch friend, who is also 24 inches, listed currently. It's got a couple of watchers, and I'm sure that is just a matter of days before that one sells as well. So keep putting that Halloween stuff out, keep sourcing it, keep getting it listed. Don't do what I do some of the time and let some of your Halloween stuff kind of sit for a couple of months. Just get that stuff listed. Money's money, it'll sell. You don't have to wait till July, August to get it moving. It'll sell. So all right, anytime I see a new, not new in the box, but like an unlit candle, I always look them up. So this is Bath & Body Works Paris Daydream. There were a few comparables. I don't remember. I'll put them up on the screen if there are or were. But I found this at a Goodwill and it was priced $3.99. And I think I had it listed for 40 and I took an offer of 34. So the buyer is $47.44 all in after shipping and tax. I just always make it a habit to, it's just like wrestling shoes. Like anytime I see one, I look it up no matter what. Anytime I see a candle that's unlit, that's a good brand, Yankee Candle, Bath & Body Works. I don't look up every single candle brand when they're brand new, but those two for sure, because they usually return a pretty good amount of money, if they're priced correctly at the store. Some stores, they're pricing their Yankee candles at like $12.99. It's just like, what are you doing here? I mean, maybe that is like value to somebody, but not for resellers. So Paris Daydream, look out for that one. It is a really nice scent. So yeah, keep your eye out for that one too. All right, the polar bear is one of my favorite bolos. You always seem to get a high dollar amount when you find him, and on the toddler clothes, no exception. So this was just a simple white sweatshirt. The size was 4T for toddler. And I found this at the bin, so it was really, really cheap. I mean, maybe if it was half a pound, it was probably a little bit too heavy. So let's call it 80 cents, 75 cents, and I got full price for it, $40. Now, I priced it according to comparables in this price range, right? And for this style. So I wasn't sort of reaching for the stars or kind of guessing here. I just really went with what the market had bared in the past for this exact style or something very similar, and that's what I ended up getting for it. $40. The buyer is $47.08 all in. When you're only paying by the pound at the bins and you're finding so much quality stuff, a sale like this ends up paying for your entire trip, and that's probably what happened in this case. So a great sale. Keep your eye out for the Polo Bear t-shirts, on bags, on pillows, anywhere you see it, grab it, look it up, because it's usually worth a good amount of money. Okay, so I will eventually put the comps on the screen for the Rock on the Range t-shirts. So Rock on the Range, again, you guys hear me say it all the time, like look for stuff in your local market, get to know your local market, because there's money there that other people might not be aware of. And even though Rock on the Range has national appeal as a weekend concert and getaway type of atmosphere, you can still get really good money if you simply ask for it. So this shirt had excellent artwork to it. Rock on the Range from 2017, Soundgarden, Metallica, Korn, they were all there. If I remember correctly, this was the year, you may have to quote me on this, but this was the year that Chris Cornell died. And so I don't think they had a chance to perform at this Rock on the Range. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to check my description. It may be in there. But so this year was in favor. So anyway, this shirt had really good artwork to it, both front and back, had some really important headliners on it. And I just threw $100 up there because I just knew there was someone out there at some point that would pay that price. And eventually it did sell. So $100 I got for it. 108.14 is what the buyer is all in. It cost me $1.99 at a Goodwill. And as you can see, it's very easy to get $10 to $15 to $20 for a Rock on the Range shirt, but why would you do that when you know there's a market out there that's going to pay $100, $150, maybe even $200? You never know, and you never know if you don't ask. I asked and I got it in this instance. So if you find Rock on the Range gear, especially this year, 2017, now you know what you can get for it. All right, Salvage. In one of my recent thrift haul videos, I pulled these out. You guys saw me find them in store. Salvage by Buckle Anarchy. They were a size 33 regular, I believe, and inseam 32. Really nice looking pair. And again, the quality felt like it was there. You go through racks so many times. You're like, this is cheap, this is cheap, this is cheap. Though these felt really good. And then again, the list to sell ratio on my phone told me that this was a home run. So I was happy asking 35, and that's what I got. $35. Buyer is $45.99 all in after shipping and tax. I paid $4.99. And oh, by the way, pants now in my location are $6.99. So if you're paying tax, they are $7.50. That is a huge increase. T-shirts went from $1.99 to $2.99. Some locations now are still stuck at $4.39 for a blank used T-shirt. unbelievable. The prices are getting out of control. It's ridiculous, but found a pair that I liked and paid a fair price for them. I mean, would I pay $6.99 for these? Probably. So I'm going to just have to eat that increase and try to make up for it somewhere else. But this was a good sale. Salvage buckle. Look for them. Good bolo. All right, pair of Ultra Paradigms. Now, these can be compared to Hoka One Ones, but I feel like the Paradigm, this style here in particular, is even lighter. So they're it's like really walking on a cloud, really light. And so I can see where the desire is for this style of Ultra shoe. I ended up finding these at the bins. So let's call it a couple bucks, like maybe a little bit more. It's $1.59 a pound at my bins, but I put an aggressive price on it at 30 bucks, and that's what they sold for. So I got $30, and the buyer is $41.41 all in after shipping and tax. So $2.50 for me at the bins. They had like a little bit of wear towards the toes on them. So, but the soles were in excellent condition. So a great sale, aggressively priced for me. The price ranges are usually a little bit higher for Paradigms. I'll put comps on the screen for you. But look for that style. Ultra, I like them as a bolo brand, the zero drop styles of their shoes, but Paradigm, this one here seems to get even a little bit more. So look for this one. Great sale. All right, Waffle Maker. I had $199 on it. I took $150. That's still a great sale. I can't remember, you guys. It was in one of my previous videos. Did I pay $30 or $40 for it? I thought it was $30, 25, 30, 40. Oh, no, it was somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly. But picked this up on Marketplace and had a buyer that was like, I'll pay you $150 right away. I swear to God. And I said, okay. So I took it, and the buyer is $188.05 all in after shipping and tax. So for me at $30, which is what I think I paid for it, it's still a pretty good return because it was a really, really quick sale. If I held out, yes, I probably could have gotten $200. So please keep that in mind. The style is WW180 for this, but I'm happy with the 150. So now you know what the like market cool kind of bear there. Brand new, I think you can probably get $300 to $400 for this if you can find one new in the box. So keep that in mind as well. It's still a pretty good margin between used and new, but even used, 200 bucks, what a sale. All right, who knew you could get $30, $35 for a Lululemon t-shirt? So Swiftly Tech, this was short sleeve. The color was like heather blue, so not a very common color, at least that for me, looking up comps, and I 100% could have gotten $35 for this shirt if I had just waited. But I sometimes I send out offers and people jump on them and I forget to like unclick the ones I don't want to send offers to. I'm just lazy like that. So $29.74 is still a really good sale on a shirt that cost me, what did it cost me? $1.99? Yeah, it cost me $1.99, and I pulled this off the rack at a Goodwill. So this was a wonderful sale. Lululemon, you know, everybody should have their radar out for it. Not all of the stuff, you know, holds up. So I see lots of pilling in some of their bottoms, and not all of it is like really quality garments. This one though, nicely made, and it was in excellent condition. So Swiftly Tech shirts, look for them. This was a women's cup. Even the men's does. You might even be able to get a little bit more for the men's style. So keep that in mind. Great sale. All right, another candle. This is Yankee Candle this time. Vineyards is the style. Now this is a pre-owned candle, but I had to have it because let's face it, that top, yarn top, and I'll show you a picture of it here in just a minute, was really amazing. So I've never seen that before, or maybe I just haven't paid attention to it, but that topper for the candle was pretty cool. So this thing was like 99.9, I mean, it may have been lit for like 5 minutes and blown out. So it was just as good as new as it could have been, and I got full price for it, 30 bucks. And the buyer is $43.86 all in for this. This cost me $4.99 at a Goodwill, but take a look at the top of that little, it was just amazing. So packed it very, very carefully, and it arrived to the buyer in one piece. So happy with that sale. Look for Yankee Candle Vineyard, even without a fancy topper. It's still a good sale. All right, and the last one, an Amanda Jane smocking pleater. These are in very, very high demand. Now, again, I forgot to shut off global shipping when I was listing this, and unfortunately that's where it went. Now I say unfortunately because, just like I had said before, I thought I was going to get dinged with a bunch of custom charges. That was not the case. I researched it, and so I didn't pay a ton over what the sale price was in the shipping and the taxes that like I charge I don't charge for the taxes, but I charge for shipping, what eBay ends up charging them, and we get taxed on all of that stuff. But so the dollar amount was lower than I thought. Now, this could have sold for $275. If you happen to find one, $275 to $300, if you've got the pins with it, is a likely sale for you. I sent out an offer and someone scooped it, and then of course on top of that it went internationally. So it was just like a comedy of errors by me this week. But my sales were so slow. It was just like, please, like something sell, something sell. So $233.74. The buyer is $332.36 all in after all of their taxes and custom charges. And I did pay up for this. I paid $100 for this on Facebook Marketplace. So I still got almost a 100% return on an item that sold relatively quickly and was very small. But $275, $300 is probably where this should have sold and would have if I had just been paying a little bit better attention. So 15 more bolos. Hope you enjoyed those. That's it. 2021 is gone. Even though I'm like still, you can kind of see right here, I'm still celebrating Christmas there with the Pikachu shirt on. But that's it. 2021 is done. It was a good year. I ended up with just under $130,000 in gross sales, which is about $20,000 off of last year in the true lockdown pandemic kind of year. But you'll never hear me complain. But I have goals that we will increase that moving forward here as the months go by. But I hope that you stick around and stay with me for the ride. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So if you learned something, you liked what you saw, please leave me a like. And then, as always, consider becoming a member of the Dad Planet family by becoming a subscriber. That really helps me out, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But that's it. That's all I have for you. I am out of here. It's time for dinner, and I don't know, maybe we'll do some clay or color some pictures. I don't know. Leave it up to the kids. Peace.